Good morning from a very hot and humid Florida day here in Bay Lake, Florida, which is where Disneyworld is, right outside of Orlando. Right over here behind me is Mir's Coach, which used to be the former Magical Express. Do you guys remember that? So on today's adventure, we're gonna do a resort tour, an outer grounds tour, a commons area tour of the All-Star Sports Resort.
A few moments later.
I didn't think about that. There's 3 resorts. All-Star Sports over here off of this end, behind me, off yonder, All-Star Music, and on the back side over there, the furthest one, All-Star Movies Resort. Are you ready for today's adventure? Come on, let's go. And I'm taking a shortcut through the very thick grass over here as we walk past this huge Coca-Cola drink, which is actually a stairwell that leads up to the rooms, the 3-story rooms here at the All-Star Sports Resort. Let's head over to the front desk area. Come on. And although I'm not staying at any of the Disney resorts this time, I'm staying off property, I remembered my Magic Band, and that's where you can pay for things. You can open the room to your hotel. You can get into the park, link your park tickets, and occasionally with these upgraded ones, they bling and flash on some attractions depending on which one you go on. Look, a squirrel. Okay, this is the Home Run Hotel. That's another one of the pools over there. The Home Run Pool, I think it's what it's called, as water shoots out with Goofy's cannon there. Louisville Sluggers adorn this building right over here. Giant footballs over there. That are their stairwells that lead up to your room. And all sorts of wildlife in here with armadillos, rabbits, squirrels. Oh, who knows what else. Maybe bags of Funyuns. I don't know. You tell me. So the All-Star Sports Resorts, that's where we're at. You know, the All-Star Sports, the movies, and music in general tends to be one of the very first places you stay if you decide to stay on Disney property. And the room rates vary, of course, per night. You can go onto the website and check that out. But for the most part, they're a value resort. They're budget friendly. So for those who are wanting to stay on Disney property, enjoy all the things such as like your Disney transportation, like those buses right over there, it's a good alternative. They run anywhere from sometimes on special $200 a night, all the way up to about $300 a night, depending on when you stay, how long you stay, what time of year, etc., etc. But usually, for the most part, for those first visiting, or maybe it's your 100th visit, I don't know. Sometimes you kind of like enjoy these resorts, but eventually, if you start coming here a lot, you start exploring the different resorts, like the Animal Kingdom Resort, the Contemporary Resort. You have the Grand Floridian, and you have the kind of New Orleans themed French Quarter and other resorts as well. Welcome, travelers. That bus is going to Epcot. And again, this is pretty cool. So if you make your way onto Disney property, even if you're not staying here, you can jump on those buses, those transport buses that'll take you to the parks and Disney Springs for free. And we have these giant letters right back here of the All-Star Sports Resort. I'm sure if your name begins with one of these letters, I'm sure you've taken a picture in front of those before. And you probably found my channel through a YouTube algorithm search, or it's recommended to you, or you're a subscriber. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, do me a favor and subscribe down below and give this video a nice like and thumbs up. Hey, thanks. These information boards are pretty cool. For the most part, kind of accurate when the next bus comes. So you have an idea instead of waiting for 20, 30 minutes, as some of us have. And as we make our way into the front doors, it's a busy morning with many coming out to the parks as the carpet welcomes us to the front desk area and sport Goofy gifts and sundries. Again, just like all the other resorts, you can pick up some souvenirs, t-shirts, some toiletries you might have forgotten along the way, and a wall of different athletes. As we make our way back over here, we have the end zone food court, and all 3 food courts are very similar. For breakfast, they offer your bounty platters. Lunch, dinner, you have your typical burgers, chicken sandwiches, chicken nuggets, pizza. They have the souvenir mugs. Get your souvenirs right there of your engraved tags and your pressed pennies. Over here is the pool. Open late now till 11 p.m. Not quite ready yet. They're still prepping it for the day. We have our Surf's Up pool with the bathhouse, laundry facilities. Good morning. The infamous leaf blowers. Can never escape them. And if you didn't know, there's actually a running trail that leads around the perimeter of all three resorts, which I was just on a bit ago. Brought to you by New Balance. Well, it used to be. And as the other two resorts have, you have your pool bar here called the Pour Board. And they're all very similar. They serve the same kind of drinks, same kind of prices. So it really doesn't really depend on where you stay because all three are very similar, so you're not really missing out on anything exclusive for the most part. Again, with these rooms, they adorn giant lifeguard towers and footballs, and that's where the staircases are. Speaking of breakfast, yeah, I actually just had the bounty platter, which wasn't too bad, and I actually went over to the All-Star Movies Resort and had that just a bit ago, but the pancake was pretty good. I didn't do a food review on it because it's nothing special. But for what it is, it was $12.79. Not bad, actually, considering, you know, a lot of the fast food places are now up in price quite a bit. So if you go to the McDonald's right up the street, which is a pretty cool McDonald's, it's gone green. It's a good portion of food for $12.79. I got a nice kind of fluffy but also crispy pancake. It's hard to describe because the outer part, I don't know what they put on there. It was almost like crystallized sugar because it was slightly sweet, a little vanilla flavoring, fake vanilla that is, but giant chessboard over there. The outside crust was like a little crispy. You can actually like tap on it here and go, tick, 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 you know, it was a little crackly. Nice little sausage links. I think it was chicken sausage. And of course the fake, really thin, crispy bacon. I mean, it's still bacon. It's not really fake, but it's kind of weird how it's very uniform bacon. A little sus, right? But the best part were the tater tots, the potato barrels is what they call them here. They came right out of the fryer and they were nice and crispy, delicious, hot. That was good. I just realized, hey, I'm walking on this AstroTurf, which is like a football field because behind me we have giant football helmets, larger than life. But straight ahead, check this out. Not so much a hidden Mickey. It's a very in-your-face, very obvious giant Mickey right here in center field. And yeah, we just came from that area. That was the pool area. So I don't really need to go back there, but I stayed in a room. I think it was right over here in this area, I want to say, back in the day. Sure, if you check out my older videos, you can check out that room tour. And this is one of three resorts. This is the All-Star Sports. There's also All-Star Music and All-Star Movies. This resort in particular was one of the first that was built and one of the largest, very similar to the All-Star Movies, which was completed later in 1995. This was made in 1994. Next is the next one over, All-Star Music, which is smaller with about 1,400 rooms versus about 2,000 here. And All-Star Movies also has about 2,000 rooms, but all three resorts pretty much have everything that each other has for the most part. All right, I'm not gonna lie, it's very warm out. I'm starting to get a little sweaty. It's a good thing I'm not stinky.
Sure, Jan.
But if I were to get a little stinky, I can just blame it on the natural wildlife around here, because here in Florida it's very humid and you have squirrel. All sorts of natural things that smell swampy around here anyway, right? Squirrel. And funny thing, I never really noticed this before, but you have one of the decorative giant shark fins with a lightning rod at the top here, of course. And right over there is the front desk area to get your bearings straight. Let's make our way back over here. Because yes, my friends, surfing is considered a sport. So off yonder, we're gonna make our way over here with the giant megaphones to this area. And right here in the middle, you'll find the statue of Mickey with the All-Star Resorts. Well said!
Well done! Well done!
And yes, over here in the tennis court area with the giant tennis balls. Ooh, my dog would love this, right? The giant rackets. You'll find the tennis area with Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Wait a minute. Why are they playing baseball in the tennis area? Makes you wonder, right? All right, making our way back over here, you'll find the giant megaphones with the pennants up there. I don't know if you knew that. That's called a pennant, that little triangle thing, which they don't really do that much anymore. And giant referee whistles that have the enormous basketball hoops. All right, with that said, I've done quite a bit of walking already, and it's only about 8:30 in the morning. So, as Forrest Gump said, I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.
Think I'll go home now.
Well, not really. Home is far, but I'm gonna call this video a wrap. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. And if you like today's video, give it a nice like and thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next adventure.